warning, my awesome friends and followers of Suffolk's #1 YouTube channel. Coming in your ears. Joke. Anyway, yeah, it's Monday the 3rd of November. We're into Remembrance Month. We're into those that Remembrance Month, isn't it? And many of us do reflect on fallen comrades. Other people don't. Other people reflect on fallen family members. Yeah. Thank you to those who tuned in last night for my Sunday night live at 5. I did appreciate it. It was a great chat, actually. Quite a lot of people in, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you for that. It was wonderful. Same again next Sunday, live at 5. Yeah. Woke up this morning to have an email. Tomorrow I'm going to be appearing on an Australian news channel again. I go on there every so often and have a chat to talk about, it's usually to talk about the decline of my own country, really, which is quite sad. There's a lot going on though. Today I will be putting out a video today where I will be discussing Andrew Lowney, and we'll get to the bottom of maybe why he is so obsessed with the royal family and the collapse of the royal family and the bringing down the monarchy. I'm not a fan of Andrew Lowney. Truth be told, I think he's a complete asshole, but that's just my opinion. You have your own opinions. I look forward to reading them in the comments, actually. So what else is happening? Well, I'm hearing Prince Andrew, now known as Andrew Mountbatten of Windsor, has got less than 3 months now to leave the Royal Lodge. And there is rustlings now because he has been offered a palace in Abu Dhabi behind a Fort Knox type security exterior. And in there he'll have an indoor pool, an outdoor pool, proper chefs, he'll have a cinema, he'll have everything he needs in there. And because the mainstream media are saying he's the most hated man in the UK, I'm going to be honest, I don't think he is. I think Keir Starmer's the most hated man in the UK, probably followed by Sadiq Khan, with Andrew in and around that area. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. He's going to be moving. So let's see what happens. The king will probably privately fund him to a certain degree. And I'm sure as his time as the Middle East trade envoy, when he made all these connections, I'm sure that... listen, he's not skint. I'm sure he has money. I mean, let's not pretend that he won't have money. I mean, £1 million is enough for ordinary people to live a healthy life. You can buy a home, an ordinary home. Let's say £450,000 you pay for your home, and you use the rest of the money to live off, if you look after it correctly. So let's not pretend that he's going to be skint, okay? It's sad, the decline of him. But I'm sure now, and you can mark these words, there's many, many, many other people just as famous as Andrew involved in this sleaziness, underhand, sexual exploitation world. And I think we all know that. So it's only time before they come out and Andrew will become yesterday's story. And other people will take precedence, should I say. I'm hearing this morning that the UK Chancellor, Rachel Thieves, wants to knock 5p off our electricity bills. Rachel, it's pathetic. I mean, the government have added so much tax onto our electricity bills that 5p means fuck all, Rachel. It might mean a lot when you look at 65, 70 million people in the UK. 5p is a lot. But to the ordinary person, it's nothing, 5p. I mean, the fuel, the petrol and diesel goes up and down that every fucking month. I mean, it's nothing. It's not. I'm telling you now, ladies and gentlemen, and I mean this hand on heart. See, if my council tax bill goes up, I'm refusing to pay parts of it. First of all, I do not believe I should be paying for a fucking crime commissioner that does absolutely nothing. Let's take his money off the bill and I'll pay the rest. You shouldn't be forced to pay for something that does not add any value to you. Just saying. Fight back against it. Let's be honest. The only time the British have ever stood up with a set of bollocks was about the poll tax, and that was scrapped. Remember the bedroom tax and all the rest of the shit? Just stand up against it. Council taxes, we wouldn't have to pay council tax if we weren't giving away billions of pounds. This generous country is generous to everyone other than its own citizens. There we go. There we go. Tax, tax, tax. Yeah. Taxing us to oblivion. Did you know that we are paying more? The highest tax in over 80 years is happening right now. The highest tax. And you can't blame the Tories for that. Can you? No, you can't. I know we will. Well, they're only fixing the last government. Yeah, but the Tories were fixing what the Labour did. And the Labour was fixing what the Tories did. It's a circle of shit. Let's be honest. Politicians don't have our backs. My politician's a shithead. Yeah. But I can't say that, can I? Because he's a female, and then it looks like you're being abusive towards a female, when all you're doing is being abusive towards a position that's been held by someone that's incompetent. I mean, yesterday he was a bookmaker. Today he's in charge of defence. I mean, the defence secretary, John Healey, what a joke he is. I've always known he was like a terrorist sympathiser with the IRA. Go into your history, look up in that. So John Healey. So what did John Healey say about the attack on the train where people are fighting for their lives, being stabbed? What did John Healey say about it? This is a guy in charge of our defence. People need to be more vigilant. John, you fucking buffoon. The whole country is telling your government to stop the boats. These people are raping and destroying the country, and you can't even do that. And now you want us to, I mean, let's just get rid of the army. Let's just get rid of defence. We don't need it. I mean, we should all just carry a gun, like in the US, and defend ourselves. Maybe it's time they brought in laws where people who were competent should be able to carry their own gun to protect their own lives. If this was America, if that train had been driving through the US, there would be one dead knifeman. Yeah, one dead knifeman, and no one would have been injured. Yeah, that's the difference. Just saying. And also, ladies and gentlemen, with the likes of Andrew being stripped. Now, if you did not know, his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, is still known as the Duchess of York because she got divorced from Andrew several years ago. Now that Andrew's been stripped of his title of Duke of York, that does not mean that Sarah lost her title because she divorced him before he lost it. So she is still Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York. Now I'm hearing this. Meghan Markle is starting to do things and distance herself from Harry. And I believe, could be wrong, I do know she's dissing herself. Her team are doing separate events, separate stuff. She's trying to be her own person, you know, the woman of power. The woman that, well, she's not really a woman of power. That's what she wants to sort of portray. I believe she is going to go through a separation of Harry. Because it is a matter of time. And I think we all are fully aware it is a matter of time before Harry gets stripped of his titles. Isn't it? No longer a working royal. I do believe he's going to be stripped now. Andrew being stripped has set a precedence. So it can be done. And it will be done. But if Meghan separates from Harry before Harry's stripped, she gets to keep Duchess of Sussex title. She will get to keep that. But if she stays married to him when he's stripped, she will lose it. So it makes sense for her to separate herself from Harry if she wants to portray this lifestyle of being something that she's not. A nice person. Anyway, that's enough from me this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before I go, I will say this. If you have bought this book from Amazon, it's only available on Amazon. Please make sure you leave a review. I look forward to looking at them. I'm trying to get to 1,000 reviews before Christmas. It would be amazing. So if you have read it, just take a couple of seconds, please, and leave a review, whether you like it or not. And I look forward to reading your reviews. And if you have received one of these books sent to you by me, please make sure you leave a review on Amazon. I look forward to it. And yeah, that's dropped now. Out of 5 stars on Amazon, it's only, I think it's 4.8 now. But 4.8 stars. That's not bad, is it? Out of nearly 360 reviews. Anyway, listen, thanks very much for watching the channel. Thanks for sticking with me. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? It's free.